do you think men struggle to cut off friendships more than women do? So coming back to that same scenario that we had, yeah, you're in a friendship with someone outside your marriage. You're married now, yeah, and now things get a bit too close, things get a bit too out of hand, right? And you're being asked to cut off that friendship. Or do you think men struggle to cut that off straight away? And do you think women have the same sort of same struggle, or do you think they find it easier?
I think, look, men are emotional.
Yeah.
Right. And I think men can easily sort of just like switch off, like as in very, very quickly. But I think that comes down to their natural nature, like as in the way their mind is. Most men, they're not very emotional. They don't get attached too quickly. I've never my personality, I'm talking about my own personality now. I think my sort of personality is that I try not to get attached to things too quickly, right? And I think most men probably operate like that, right? Like as in you don't ever want to put yourself in a vulnerable situation, right? Like as in most men are very mindful of that, and because of that, you're ready to let go of anything.
I agree. Do you know what it is? I think it's more sense of attachment, especially for women. You know, it's not the fact that they may get easily attached. I feel like even for both men and women, once you're attached, regardless, it's going to be difficult because now you've got a feeling towards something, and it's something that you're used to. So for us as humans, we find it difficult breaking a habit. And that's what it's all about. It's just about the habit. You know, being attached to another person outside of your marriage, a friendship group, whether it's serious or not serious, or whether it's just a friendly, at the end of the day, you're consistently doing this every time. You know, more time you're at work than you're at home. So it's not about the fact that, it's difficult to remove that attachment. It's just you've built that habit and it's part of your lifestyle now for so long, over a consistent period of time, that naturally it's just going to be difficult.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. And I think it's I'm not gonna answer because I just don't know whether it's more difficult for a man or a woman, but I just think generally it's difficult for both. And that's why, again, from the beginning I say, from the beginning, cut it off. Don't let yourself get in that situation if you know long term that might happen. Obviously some people don't know, but I'm learning from other people's advice, and that's one advice I can give to the viewers is always think long term in that sense, and always listen to elder people because they've been through it. So it's important you listen to that advice, whether you action on it or not. At least you've seen that person's angle, and that's my advice anyways. And I feel like there's no answer, and everyone is different. So it's just knowing yourself, knowing how you feel, and not letting yourself get to that stage where you feel vulnerable.
No, I agree, man. It's coming back to the point that you were saying, that I think naturally women just are. It's just the way they're built, and we as men, we need to understand that it's not. I don't think it's completely wrong for them to struggle to cut off that relationship. You're right, they shouldn't be having that friendship in the first place. But if you're in that position where their friendship is there and they're struggling to cut off, you gotta understand, you gotta give them that benefit of that a little bit, because females naturally are emotional beings. Men aren't generally. We're more like physical beings, isn't it? We crave more that physical attraction. That's how we are. That's how we're built. Yeah. So having to tell a man to cut off a relationship or cut off a friendship, is a man would do it like that, right? Yeah. Whereas he won't think twice. Whereas a female will obviously think about, I had a good friendship with this person, like, this person gets me, this person is able to understand me, this, that, blah, blah. They're obviously naturally gonna struggle.
100%. And I think, again, I'm just thinking in terms of, if this happens to, any of our viewers or anyone and everything, I think it all depends on how your how your relationship is. For example, it's good to have these conversations before things get serious. So before you imagine you've fallen in love and all of these bloody whatever, have these conversations before you get, like, once you're getting to know that person, because some people, again, people are different. So some people are happy for you to have opposite gender friends. Other people aren't. So for me, for example, I'm just giving an example. If my other half tells me, oh, I'm not happy, I prefer, if we don't have opposite gender friends and stuff, and she tells me that, of course I'll cut every single opposite gender friends I may have, or hypothetically speaking, because at the end of the day, the marriage and the relationship is the most important thing to me. And whatever it's a little sacrifice to make my wife feel less less agitated, or thinking twice about a certain situation, and vice versa. Say for example, you don't have any female friends, but your wife has male friends. Not you, but just generally, your wife has male friends, and you're not comfortable with that. I think it's important for you to have that conversation. It's not about forcing that person not to, but you just say, I just feel like it's, there's a lot more problems that can happen when you have opposite gender friends, and have that understanding between each other. And imagine she continues having those opposite gender friends. How would you feel about that?
But bro, we already established that, females crave the emotional connection, right? Do you think one of the reasons why men struggle to cut off their friendship is because of that female attention?
The attention, did you say?
Attention that females give them. Is that one of the reasons why men find it hard to cut off that friendship? Because he might not be getting attention from anyone else.
Again, it goes back to Saqib's point. There's always, for that reason, there must always be a void in their own personal life for that to happen.
Let's just say there's no void. I think, this is my personal opinion, I think men just naturally do crave female attention.
And another point is, I feel like men just don't deep about how serious these things are. They probably they just think it's not normal, but they just probably think it's nothing. They're saying, oh, it's nothing, it's not that deep. They're telling themselves these things. They don't realize, like, they're
a bit naive.
I think that's what it is as well. They're probably thinking in their head, there's not nothing wrong. I'm just having a conversation. It's boosting my ego a little bit. It's calm. That's what they probably, like, as guys, that's what guys think about. But once you settle down, and that's where the real test is.
Yeah, man. And also, like, I don't think, listen, if you're coming back to the original point back, like, a bit a while ago, bro, if you're hiding anything from your other half,
man.
Look, if it feels wrong, it's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it feels wrong, it's most likely it's gonna be wrong. And let me just say this as well, yeah. If you're gonna be trying hiding something from your other half, yeah, forget about it.
Exactly.
Women, yeah, will turn into the biggest detectives on earth, yeah. They will find out everything they need to find out, yeah. And they'll get information from anywhere. They'll do what they can to get in that information. So don't even try and hide things from your other half, from your missus. It's just don't go there, man.
100%. And it's not even about the detective part as well. Like, it will come back around one day or another, bro. Like, the truth is,
whatever happens in the dark comes to light.
Exactly. And people can sense it. The truth is, let's be completely honest, gut instinct is so important. And if someone, hypothetically speaking, is being unfaithful or is doing something against the norm or whatever, you can feel that. Tensions build, problems may arise in your relationship. These things, there's a reason always behind everything, and sometimes it could just be as simple as that. So to lead a happy and successful marriage, we're counselors now. It's all about just being honest, being true to yourself. If you feel like something is wrong, as Ansa has said, it always is. So my advice is, don't fall for that trap. We're men. Men do get weak, but just train your mind. Yeah,
man. We're not saying we're perfect.
Exactly.
Either, we're no saints, man. We make mistakes just as everyone else, man. But like, this is the beauty of this podcast. I love this already, man. We're already giving so much advice to people out there. But it's not even our experiences. We're just talking generally, and there's so much value in what we're talking about,